Boom! What's up, everyone? This is Steve Larson. Welcome to Secret MLM Hacks Radio. Very excited for today. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit how to create pressure on the internet around your MLM.
If you're like me, you know MLM is an amazing opportunity to grow a real asset for yourself. But you also see that there's huge issues starting to emerge. Like, why haven't big MLMs let tactics change in over 30 years? Or why have they been cutting commissions smaller and smaller? Or even, how dumb is it that old MLM rules say you'll get in trouble when you use the internet to grow your team? These are some of the blaring questions we all face today. This podcast will show you how real MLMers like us are waging war on the old dying methods. And we aren't cheating by only bugging uninterested family and friends. Follow this podcast while I expose the shocking methods I'm using to build my 10,000 person downline and get people begging to join my team daily. Here's to the new tactics without all those old, rusty MLM shackles. My name is Steve Larson, and welcome to Secret MLM Hacks Radio.
What's up, guys? This is super valuable stuff. I'm excited for this episode to share it with you. Hey, one of the questions that I get from people pretty frequently is like, Steven, this is awesome stuff. And if you guys have been following me at all, you know that one of the reasons why this stuff does so well is because I follow the info product model on the internet and I piggyback my MLM on the back of it. Okay, and that's the reason why it works so well. And that's a lot of what I teach here. That's a lot of what I teach in Secret MLM Hacks actual program itself. And it's been awesome, right? It's been a ton of fun. One of the questions though is like, okay, Steven, you told me I can go set up these little machines all over the internet, right? Put all these things all over the internet. How do I actually like orchestrate pressure, right? How do I get pressure? How do I get eyeballs? You think about like Hollywood. Do you think movies in Hollywood would be as effective if no one heard about the movie until the day it launched? No, right? Of course not, right? If you think about like Hollywood has nailed the model, right? They know they're going to drop out like a preview like 8 months before, and then a new one like 6 months, and then 4, and then 2, right? It's like there's several kinds of previews, and they're taking the most exciting parts of the story and they're showing them. That's interesting. Okay, if they're showing the most exciting parts of the story, that becomes the preview. And if you want to fill in the gaps, you go to the movie. And everyone knows, like, here's when it comes out. Here's when it comes out. Here's when it comes out. By the way, here comes the pressure. Here comes the date. You can go see it. Are you going to dress up, right? You're going to go a midnight showing, right? You're going to go, anyway, you're going to go get the nice seats or whatever, all right? And they build this pressure to this date and then release the pressure. And, tens and hundreds of millions of dollars go through a single date, you know what I'm saying? Or a weekend. And that's the same kind of thing. The mistake is to build all these cool things in MLM, but then not tell anybody about it until the thing launches, okay? And so I treat a lot of what I do in this space much like I would any other product launch. Even though it's not mine, it's how I'm doing it. So what I thought would be cool is we're actually going to cut over to a Q&A session that I just did inside of my group for Secret MLM Hacks. I thought it was really interesting question. And it's all about, like, I have 4 different ways that I like to create traffic. Okay, I like to do it specifically, number 1, through content, which is obviously what you're doing now. Okay, I create content and I push traffic to certain things based on what I'm putting out. I have 2 shows, almost 3, okay? And anyway, so content. Number 2, I like to go and get influencers to name drop me. And that's something else that we do pretty frequently, which is really cool. The third thing, though, is I like to get affiliates so people can go sell my programs, take a huge commission, but it brings me the kinds of people that I would be interested in having in my downline in the first place. Okay. And then number 4, then I like to do ads. Isn't that funny? In that order, ads is actually like the last one. I'm not saying not to do it, anyway. I'm not saying it's the least important. It's just that's the last one that I go do. And I'm not driving traffic to my MLM, right? Facebook has a hard time with that, and that's okay. So I don't, right? Follow the rules. I don't get around it. There's not some secret loophole. So what I do is I just don't even promote my MLM. I'm promoting something in front of it. Okay, and then on the back, I'm going in and I'm bringing people into my MLM after that. And that's all the tools and stuff that I give to my downline when they join. Okay, so what I want to do, though, is we're actually going to cut over. This is a Q&A session from somebody who is asking how to generate traffic, Steven. How do I get traffic for my stuff? How do I get eyeballs and people on my stuff that I'm putting out? So real fast, before we actually cut over there, though, I want you to understand something about me. I hate trying to learn to do Facebook ads. I have no idea how to do Facebook ads. Why would I learn that? Right? I'm meaning if you know how, that's great. I'm just saying if you don't know how, why are you going to spend the time learning how? There is a who already knows how. Okay? What I go do is I go find people who are as obsessed in their thing as I am in mine. Right? I don't need to know how they do all their thing. I just need to know that they're obsessed, right? I need to know that they're good. So I went out and I found a Facebook ads person, right? Honestly, it wasn't that expensive. I thought it'd be more expensive, okay? They're incredible. They're so good. They're so good. And they go and they drive all the traffic for me. I don't even know how to start a Facebook ad, okay? So when you listen to these, and what I don't want you to do is sit back and go, well, it's easy for you to do it, Steven, because of blah, 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 blah. Garbage, hot garbage, okay? I don't know how to do a lot of things in my business, which is how it should be, right? The CEO of Coca-Cola, right? It's very, very unlikely that he knows how to do every single role in Coca-Cola, right? He doesn't, right? That's not the point, right? Right? Steve Jobs didn't know how to do everything, right? That's why Whitney got all these coders to do it all. He was just the sales guy. He was the aggregator, the entrepreneur, right? He was not a coder. You know what I mean? That's the point, is I'm trying to say. So when I go in and I'm like, this traffic method, this traffic method, this traffic method, like, don't look at them and go, well, I don't know how to do that, so it doesn't apply to me. I don't know how to do that, so it doesn't apply to me. I don't know that, it doesn't apply to me. Steven, you used to have big eyeballs, right? And so that's what I don't want you to do is like, oh crap, Steven, none of this applies to me anymore. Hot garbage, okay? Not true at all. And so I want you to, we're gonna cut over and just take note of it. Quick caveat, the actual video quality of it I know kind of sucks, but the content is awesome. For some reason, it came across crappy, and I'm so sorry. So anyways, whatever. The content's still really, really good. So listen to how I'm answering this lady's question, and it's Michelle. Listen to how I'm answering Michelle's question, and then go in and start thinking through like the kind of traffic method. I would just choose one, not all four. Just choose one that you're going to go in and you're going to master, and you'll have a bunch of fun with it. So anyways, guys, hopefully enjoy the episode. Go on over and I'm sorry, we're going to cut over there now. And if you are interested in learning more of these kinds of things, that's the reason I have Secret MLM Hacks in general. So go to secretmlmhacks.com as well, and you can watch our little web info class that we got there. So guys, thanks so much, and let's cut over.
Michelle said, how do you get traffic for your sales funnel? That's a great question, Michelle. You know, what's funny is that when you actually get a message right, and you get the offer right, and you get the funnel right, you get to this really cool zone where you get to just have fun getting traffic in different methods. So one of them obviously is ads, and it's one of the reasons why I have you guys build a paid prospecting funnel. And it's yes, so that you can get some cash in your pocket. But really what it is it allows us to profitably spend ad dollars. So you're not just sinking money into getting leads that won't pay you anything. Instead, they're generating the money, right? And you're just able to invest it straight back in and literally self-liquidate. And it's the reason why I came up with that latest chatbots for MLM product, for that very reason. To go in and you know, I made it $57, and so that you know, our lead cost was drastically, I can't remember our lead numbers right now, and our buyer numbers and all that stuff right now, but it just about liquidates it just straight on, which is awesome, which means super cool because I can actually go and get a whole bunch of people coming on in for free, right? In some form or fashion, you will always purchase the customer, whether it's through money, a cost to acquire through money, through ad spend, or through your time, if you're not willing to spend your own time. I don't know if you guys heard my last podcast episode on Secret MLM Hacks Radio, right? But I was talking about the different cost models of MLM. And there's three right off the bat that are really easy to talk about. One is spend money. One of them is spend time. The other one is spend time once, right? And I, at least if I'm going to spend my time and not money, I'm going to spend my time once, meaning I'm going to go create a sales video. I'm going to create content, stuff that lives on beyond just the one time I took to go and make that thing. Does that make sense? So what's cool about that is, traditional MLM goes around and says, hey, pitch everyone all the time. Like, and it's not a scalable model because you only have so much time, right? And you don't know, especially if you're not using like an application funnel or some kind of recruiting funnel, you don't know if the people who are coming on in also have the same kind of desires and have the same kind of drive that you do. So you're the only real driver of the one pushing your sales message, and you're using that same amount of time. Let's say it takes you 15 minutes to do your little spiel or whatever. You're going to do the same 15 minutes all the time. Instead, the cost model that I really like is first ads, right? But when I couple ads with a time only spent one time model, and I use those two models together, and not just the one where it's my time over and over and over and over and over again, right? Then I can scale. Then I can take that system and hand it to my downline. So how do I get traffic? I like paid advertising, organic. Organic certainly hits my funnels. One of the things I'll go do a lot of times is I will go find, like, let's say you sell a supplement, right? Let's say you sell supplements. I would go and I would find a ton of other publishers who also talk about supplements, regardless if they're in MLM, right? And I would try and get on their shows. At first, it would mean I'd probably get them on mine, and then have them, have some reciprocity and I get on theirs. So get on influencers' podcasts, get on influencers' blogs, get on influencers, right? Get other big influencers to come on yours, right? That actually cross-pollinates their followings. That brings some followings over to you. That's how I grew my stuff so fast about 2 years ago, was I just started getting all these influencers, right? You guys remember from module 4 where I talk about that? So that's pretty cool. So ads, definitely like putting content out there through organic. So paid, organic. I really, really, really like Dream 100 stuff, where you get a big influencer to just name drop you and you give them a commission for it through all the things they sell. Right. That's in module 5, I believe. And then, or 4 or 5. And then the other way is affiliates. Now I treat affiliates separately than the strategy I use to approach and talk with Dream 100. They're actually 2 different groups of people. You're still going to give a commission to each, but there's different mentalities of each group. An affiliate typically doesn't have a following, right? I'm going to treat a Dream 100 person a little bit different because they do have a following. It's usually one of the key differentiators between those 2 groups. So I fill it with paid advertising, I fill it with organic, Dream 100, affiliates. But one of the ways it's an art that's becoming lost, is this whole idea of what a campaign really is. Campaigns are not Facebook ads. That's not a campaign. Yet Facebook and YouTube and Google are destroying the term campaign. Okay, right? Is an ad part of a campaign? Yes, but ads themselves aren't just campaigns. A campaign is a series of events that lead people to some kind of action. Okay, a campaign is it's almost like another funnel that pushes into your existing one. And so when you think about, for example, right, one of the reasons I'm in the 2 Comma Club is because of the campaign that we ran to sell the original 2 Comma Club coaching program that I'm a coach for, right? That was a campaign. Were there ads involved? Yeah, but what we did is we pulled off a strategy called a 7-day launch. Oh my gosh, I just got an idea. What if I added to the members area and we do a bonus module on different campaign strategy? So one of the reasons why my stuff is selling so well is because I have been a part of or seen or watched these different campaigns that other marketers will do and people who sell a lot of stuff. And yes, there's ads involved in them, but an ad itself is not a campaign. And so it's hard for me to describe. I'm trying to figure out how to describe what a campaign is. But that's what I'm doing right now. So I have a program coming out soon, right, called Affiliate Outrage, and it's teaching people how to be an affiliate online, meaning sell a product that you don't own and that you did not create, and how to sell it, and gain a list in the process. Some of the strategies are similar to what we teach here, but not really. It's different. It is different. The reason I'm doing that is so that I teach people how to sell secret MLM hacks. Does that make sense? I'm teaching people how to actually make money selling my thing. I'm not just saying, here's an affiliate link. I'm teaching them how to take that affiliate link and go crush it, right? And actually how to get cash coming into them. That's a campaign. Does that make sense? That's an event. That is a living, breathing thing that a lot of people have already signed up for, and they're coming on in. It's just a free program I'm doing just for fun, right? But they're going to go in and learn how to be an affiliate marketer, which is where I really made my first dollars on the internet. Okay. Then I'm going to go into an affiliate contest. Then I'll have people come to an event, the top winners of that affiliate contest. Then I'll have, see, I've got a whole bunch of them listed out. Then I have a summit coming up, an MLM summit. I'm really excited about that, right? But that's a whole campaign. It's all strategy behind what I'm doing. And so what I'm doing is So like that is the super fun part, Michelle. Like when you get the funnel up and ready to rock, and you get the offer ready, and you get the sales message, and you know what those things are, oh my gosh, that is mental playground time. Because what ends up happening is you actually can go and spend all of your time just being a marketer and an attractive character for your business, and creating these campaigns, creating these events, creating these things where people can come on in and be like, oh my God, isn't that, anyway, super cool. That makes sense? So how do I get traffic? Multiple ways. I can't just say one, but it does in phases. So if you're just launching out, right? If you're just getting stuff out the door, I focus very heavily on publishing and very heavily on some organic methods until I get cash coming in. I've never put $1 of my own into my business because those are the methods I focus on first, right? I created a campaign with my publishing funnel, with my podcasting for this program, because I started publishing several months before this program was ready. And I started name dropping it and telling people where to get on the waiting list. And I built pressure and built pressure and built pressure. I was like, it's coming on out. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be crazy. And then I opened the gates, whoosh, right? We did like 37 grand in like the first day. It was like, boom, super fast, right? And that was a campaign, right? Everything that you do, see, marketers are event creators. You guys all create events, right? I'm not necessarily saying like a hotel event, a home event, right? I'm saying you create these experiences that people are looking forward to, that they can look back at also. There are these moments in time where it's like, oh, all this pressure is building, similar to the way Hollywood goes, and 6 months before a movie comes out, or even a year, they'll drop a trailer. And then 6 months out, they'll drop another trailer, different version. What? This gave a little bit more, right? 2 months later, a month prior, then they'll drop another one. It's like, oh my gosh, even more of the story got leaked out. Like, but how does it end? Tell me, please, how does this end? And they create this event. Boosh. Do you think that sales would go very well if no one heard about the actual movie until it got released the day of? No. The reason is because they provide pressure ahead of time. That's what a campaign is and what it allows you to do. And so that's why. So it's really about like ads, 100%, totally, right? Continue to publish, totally. You get loyal followers through the publishing vehicle. I never will not do that. I absolutely love publishing. Organic stuff, 100%. Getting on other people's interviews, definitely. Getting other people's publications, 100%, definitely. But there's also, right, doing Dream 100 stuff, right? That's a form of a campaign. And it's one of the reasons why I think people get nervous to do it, because it feels kind of big. Well, it is kind of big. You're putting on an event with another person's audience, right? Doing affiliate stuff, teaching people how to promote the same kind of thing that you are, right? Which is literally the same kind of thing that you teach your downlines to do. Anyway, making sense. And then when you actually get to a certain spot where you don't really need to focus as much on the funnel, you don't need to focus as much on the actual offer or message, that's when I start doing like full-scale campaigns, because they do take some time.
Hey, thanks for listening. Please remember to rate and subscribe. Hey, I know it's tough to find people to pitch after your warm market dries up, right? That moment when you finally run out of family and friends to pitch. I don't see many uplines teaching legitimate lead strategies today, though. You see, after years of being a lead funnel builder online, I got sick of the garbage strategies most MLMs have been teaching their recruits for decades. So whether you simply want more leads to pitch or an automated MLM funnel, head over to secretmlmhacks.com to join the next free training. There you're going to learn the hidden revenue model that only the top MLMers have been using to get paid regardless if you join them. You're also going to learn the 3-step system I use to auto-recruit my downline of big producers without friends or family even knowing that I'm in MLM. If you want to do the same for yourself, head over to secretmlmhacks.com now. Again, that's secretmlmhacks.com.